The right place for Kevin's Sport is sponsored by Conecuh Sausage. You get your grill on. And Frog Togs. Whatever you do, there's a Frog Tog suit for you.
As I travel all over, I'm often asked to describe this show and its message. But when I do that, I find that the two words that come up most often are perseverance and belief. So it's only fitting that as we look back at the past episodes to put our best of shows together, we found our best interviews were all about perseverance and belief. When you truly believe that you are doing what you are created to do, whether it's being a mechanic, starting your own business, teaching kids, then it becomes easier to hang in there when times are tough.
You know, I'm reminded of that daily. You know, it takes a lot of work and a little stubbornness to put together the right place. And things, well, they don't always go like we'd planned. But some of our best moments have been when things took an unexpected turn. I'd like to share with you some of the magic that can happen when you just sit back and enjoy the ride. Our first featured guest is Mr. John Berry. Now, I had always admired John as a singer and an artist, and he was the first guest to come on our show. So needless to say, I was a little nervous. But John said something unexpected that night that has stuck with me ever since. Let's put our hands together and welcome John Berry. Thank you, John.
How are you, buddy?
I'm doing good. Good to see you.
Buddy, how are y'all?
From Your Love Amazes Me, Standing on the Edge of Goodbye, man, I could go on and on. When did you recognize music was going to be a passion?
I started playing guitar when I was 13, I guess, and I was at church camp that summer, and was sitting out on the dock by the lake, you know, where little swimming area out there, and I was playing my guitar, and I looked up, and there was about 8 little girls sitting around listening, and I said, you know, this is my calling. No, I got real serious about it in high school, you know.
Why do you sing?
It's like breathing. I don't have any choice. That's what I do, man. And nothing I like more than a hardwood floor, some bright lights, and a room full of folks.
I hear you. Well, we got that tonight at the right place. Doing what you're made to do is as natural as breathing. Later that night, I watched John do what he does best, connect with his audience.
A little while back, a few years ago, one of my very best friends in the world called me up, and he wanted to talk to me, and I could tell by the tone of his voice there was something serious he needed to talk about. And I said, look, instead of us talking on the phone, I'm going to drive over to see you. So I did, and as I got to his house, we went in and we sat in the living room there and talked for a few minutes, and he said, well, let's go for a walk around the neighborhood, and we did, and as we walked, our conversation turned a little more serious, and he said, John, that's what he calls me John. He said, John, I feel like my wife is standing on the edge of the driveway looking for somewhere else to go. And I said to myself, standing on the edge of the driveway, standing on the edge of the driveway. I said, buddy, is there any chance at all that you got a pen and a piece of paper? I could write that down so I don't forget that. I'm just kidding.
No, you ain't.
Well, you be careful what you talk to me about later tonight. I'll come back later on next year singing a song about you. Oh, man. But you know, in a time when there are those that find it easier or maybe just really necessary to get out of a relationship that's in trouble, these two decided to hang in there and fight for what they once had, and they just recently celebrated, I'm pretty sure it's their 26th wedding anniversary. And this is, I took that idea of standing on the edge of the driveway and turned it into this song, Standing on the Edge of Goodbye. It's been a long time since I've held her close. We've misplaced that we used to know. Thought I could see between the lines I read, but I wasn't ready when she turned to me and said, I can't eat, I can't sleep, sometimes I find it hard to breathe. I break down and cry, not knowing why. Now I can't lie, I'm standing on the edge of goodbye. All of those years came rushing through my mind, and I found myself back in a simpler time. Just two young kids running on fire and dreams. Then in her eyes I realized she was calling out to me. She said, I can't eat, I can't sleep, sometimes I find it hard to breathe. I break down and cry, not knowing why. Now I can't lie, I'm standing on the edge of goodbye. Goodbye. I would do anything to let her know there's just no way my heart can let her go. 'Cause I can't eat, I can't sleep, sometimes I find it hard to breathe. I break down and cry, not knowing why. Now I can't lie, she's standing on the edge of goodbye. Goodbye, standing on the edge of goodbye. Standing on the edge of goodbye. Standing on the edge of goodbye.
We'll be right back with more of the best of.
Everybody's faith. I'm gonna kneel and pray every day, lest I should become vain along the way. I'm just an old